water. A black sea. A lighthouse carved into rock like a tooth in the jaw of the Atlantic.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mug.
They called it Eilean Mòr, the largest of the Flannan Isles, far off the coast of Scotland. 3 men lived there in shifts, tending the light so ships could live to see another dawn. Their names, James Duckett, Thomas Marshall, Donald MacArthur. Experienced, tough, the kind of men who knew how to listen to weather. Pause. They were supposed to be there when the supply ship came, but they were not. December 1900. A steamer passing in bad weather notes something wrong. The lighthouse is dark, no beam sweeping the sea. That message reaches the Northern Lighthouse Board, but storms delay the relief boat. Beat. When the tender Hesperus finally makes it out on the 26th of December, the captain tries the horn, fires a flare. No reply. No keeper at the landing, no flag on the pole, only waves grinding the stone. A small boat goes in. The relief keeper, Joseph Moore, climbs the path alone. He finds the gate closed, the main door closed. Inside, the beds are unmade, the clock is unwound. Lamps are cleaned and filled, as if the night had been prepared for. 1 set of oilskins is missing, 2 are not. Pause. The lighthouse is warm with human order, but empty of humans. Down at the west landing, the rocks tell a rougher story. A storage box high above the waterline splintered open, its contents thrown, iron railings bent, a track wrenched from concrete. Turf ripped from the clifftop as if a giant hand had clawed it. The east landing is calm, the west mangled. The sea had come high and hard, or something had. The superintendent, Robert Muirhead, arrives to investigate. He knows these men. He hired them. He studies the clothes left behind and writes what he thinks happened. Duckett and Marshall went down to the west landing. MacArthur, perhaps seeing trouble, left in his shirt sleeves, no coat, no oilskins, to help. Whoever left last left the light unattended, against the rules. Soft, and then nothing. Officially, there is no body to bury, no blood, no footprints that last, only damage, wind, and guesses. People begin to talk, they always do. Some say a rogue wave reared up out of a calm moment and tore the men away, ironwork and all. Others say they argued and one fell, pulling the rest with him. In the years to come, the story will grow barbs. Foreign raiders, sea serpents, even voices on the wind calling the keepers' names. But the board will write a colder sentence, drowned by misadventure. The lighthouse goes back to work. The sea keeps its secrets. Let's walk the last day the way the facts allow. The light fails to show on December 15th. A passing ship logs it. Weather pins the relief boat in harbor. Days pass. When Hesperus arrives on the 26th, 3 obvious things are wrong. No flag, no welcome, no provision crates ready for resupply. Inside, time feels interrupted. A meal not quite cleared, a clock not wound. The domestic silence of people who meant to come back in a minute. Beat. They didn't. At the cliff's edge, the scene is violent in ways the sky does not explain. A box shattered 33 meters above sea level. Railings and a rail torn loose. A rock the size of a small car shifted from where a century of weather had left it. And up on the rim, more than 60 meters above the sea, turf peeled back 10 meters in. Hushed. Whatever hit this place hit it like a hammer. Could 3 men go down to secure gear, ropes, boxes, a crane, as a squall knotted itself behind the cliffs? Could a single freak wave rise, slam the landing, and yank them from the steps one by one? It has happened elsewhere. It could have happened here. The sea gives, the sea takes. Pause. But puzzle pieces keep sliding. Why was 1 set of oilskins still hanging if the weather was bad enough to tear iron from stone? Why was the lamp work done and tidy, as if someone had planned a calm night on watch? And why did no one on Hesperus find even a scrap of a man, not a cap, not a glove, on a rock that catches everything? Questions hang like mist over the lantern room. There's an old poem about this place, written after the fact, that makes the mystery into a haunting. That is what we do when we cannot carry randomness. We give it a face. We imagine whispers shaped like the missing men. We hear our names in the wind. But step back from the story and look at the map. These islands are a knife edge, and the Atlantic doesn't care if you are brave or careful. A safety line not tied, a boot turned on weed-slick stone, one man yelling and two men running to help. That's all it takes to make a legend out of 3 lives. Soft. And legends are louder than paperwork. The Northern Lighthouse Board kept the file. The names stayed. Ducat had a wife and 4 children. MacArthur, a wife and 2. Families learned to live with a sentence instead of a body. The lighthouse, meanwhile, did the one thing lighthouses must do. It kept shining. If you sail there now, if the weather lets you, Eilean Mòr still looks like a story. The steps bite into the cliff. The tower stares without blinking. Pause. You can stand where the landing cranes once lifted crates of paraffin and flour and newspapers, and you can feel the place vibrate with what people have said about it for 100 years. But the most frightening version of the tale isn't the one with monsters. It is the one with physics. 1 wave, 3 men, no witnesses, a mainland storm delaying rescue, a dock lantern on a black sea. Sometimes horror is not a shadow that grows teeth. Sometimes it is a job done 1,000 times until it isn't. On paper, their case is tidy. Missing, presumed drowned. In the mind, it never is. The clock left unwound. The door left closed. The oilskins, one set forgotten or trusted not needed. The iron torn like ribbon. Beat. These are not ghosts. They are details. And details are the only hauntings that last. So when you hear someone call it the Flannan Isle mystery, remember that mysteries don't need curses to be terrible. They need distance, bad weather, and a minute where help is too far away. That is enough to erase 3 men and leave only a light, sweeping the water as if to say, here, here, here. And the sea answers, as it always has, not today.